Hi, friends. I am so glad that you're here. I hope you don't mind that I'm in a different space today. I just felt like I wanted to be out in my sunroom. We have been getting the most perfect weather here on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. I hope it's been good for you too. I know some of my friends that I have um, south of here have been seeing a lot of rain and stuff, but it has been just ideal here. Crisp mornings, like upper 70s during the day. It's been so gorgeous. So I don't want to kill this podcast with the small talk of weather, but I'm honestly kind of a geek about weather. So for me, weather is not even small talk. It's like I love all things weather and talking about like weather events and stuff like that. So anyways, okay, enough about me. So today I'm glad you're here because I have a message that I think that we all need. So we're going to be talking about excuses, reasons to quit, reasons to keep going, and why one stack has to be bigger than the other, why it always has to outgrow the other. So I've expanded on this message after I read a chapter from, I think the book's titled Be the One by Justin Prince. He happens to also be the CEO of Make Wellness, which is the company that I am aligned with right now that has the bioactive precision peptides that I'm so excited about. But his book struck me this morning. So I was reading a chapter and it said, you always have to know your why, right? How many times have we heard that? I've heard that so many times in the line of work that I'm in so many personal development books, in so many podcasts. You got to know your why, right? And it really struck me though, the way that Justin shared about it, because he said that you have to have many whys, right? So that was the difference for me. You can't just have one big, everyone's like, oh, your why should give you goosebumps, right? You can't just have one why. It's having many whys and having them stacking on top of each other, always growing. You're always adding to it. They're evolving because you're evolving. They're changing because you're changing. Um, and because those reasons to quit, they're always stacking too, right? So before we dive in, I want to share a little bit of real life with you. So this morning, I did not want to do the cardio and core workout that I had on deck. I'm doing this program called the Prep from the Body platform, and cardio and core was up. And I have not been doing a lot of cardio. And I was just telling myself how hard this was going to be, how I wasn't going to be able to breathe. I was going to be drenched, all of the things, right? Like, can a girl just lift some weights today? Can I just skip this day? Can I skip this part of the program? Can I just quit cardio for life? Who's going to know? And I work out from home, right? So who's going to know if I do or don't show up for this today? You know that feeling when you're staring down something hard and the excuses roll in like a flood, don't they? That's where today's message comes from. So here's the deal. The reasons to quit, they're not rare and they're not unique to you. You may think they are. You may think you're busier than everyone else. You may think you're more tired than everyone else, but they are not unique to you. And they're not even that creative, right? And they're always going to show up. New obstacles, old excuses in a new disguise, distractions that look shiny, but but we are really just using them as detours, right? That's just life. Life has all kinds of little side roads we can take. It's not going to lead us to the destination we said we were headed for, right? It's going to distract us. And that's all that excuses are. So if you're waiting for the moment when things calm down and life just clears out this like perfect red carpet path for your goals, then you're going to be waiting a long time. So let me say it plain. Those reasons to quit aren't going anywhere. But that doesn't mean you stop. I decided to keep going in that towards that workout this morning because I actually know why I picked to do this program in the first place. I picked a program that I knew was going to be getting my heart rate up like this every single day. And I did it on purpose because I felt like I had gotten to a place in my fitness journey where I was feeling a little too comfortable, right? Nothing was really quite that hard to me anymore that I was doing. Nothing was quite challenging me. And I knew I needed to raise the bar again. And so, what kept me going when I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to be breathing heavy. I'm going to be sweating. I stopped and I'm like, But this is why you said yes to this program. Like, heart health is important too, not just building muscles. Like, you want to challenge yourself. Mental health is important too, right? All of these things started standing out to me when I remembered why I said yes to this program in the first place. So, what does make the difference? The difference is when your reasons to keep going, your whys, right? They're plural, your whys outnumber your reasons to quit. They have to be louder, they have to be stronger, always evolving and growing right along with you. Because here's the thing, excuses adapt, don't they? They level up. They're powerful. It's like a really powerful opponent. Life just gets busier and busier in parenthood, doesn't? We always think, oh, this next season's going to be easier, and it isn't. And it isn't. It comes with its own challenges, right? So your reasons to keep going, they've got to stack higher and higher. So I want you to pause with me here. I want you to think about one of your top reasons to quit lately. What's been loud in your life? Is it time? Is it energy? Is it fear? Maybe fear of failure or of what others may think of you. And then I want you to ask yourself, what reason can you stack on top of that excuse today? What's your comeback to that excuse opponent today? What truth can you remind yourself of that's stronger than what that opponent is trying to bring to the table today? I want you to take a second. I want you to say it out loud if you need to. And I want you to pause this if you need to, right? So, again, what's been loud in your life? What's the loud excuse? What's one of your top reasons to quit lately? And then what reason can you stack on top of that excuse today? What truth can you remind you that's stronger than that opponent? Maybe it's that you'll actually have more time if you make time for this, whether that's in time here on this earth. Like, if you show up for your health and wellness journey, like, that means more time in your life, more quality time in your life. Or maybe it's in time with your family in the day-to-day basis, right? Maybe it's that you'll have more energy if you accept this challenge. Maybe that action is the energy boost that you need. And maybe it's that failure is actually in not trying at all. Maybe it's not doing something because of what others might say, means that you're not actually living your own life at all, right? You're living theirs. You're living one that others expect of you by letting their opinions run your decisions. So a lot of people lean on one big why, right? And that's powerful. But life changes, and one reason is not going to carry you through. When I think back over the past few years, when I think to business pivots and rebuilding after losses and working on my marriage and showing up as a mom, if I only had one reason to keep going, I would have quit a long time ago. And, a lot of us start a fitness journey for a physical reason, right? And then what happens when people achieve that goal? They stop because they achieved their why. And then there wasn't a stackable why, right? There wasn't a follow-up why. But I've built a stack and I want you to build yours. My family, my health, my calling, my vision for women everywhere learning how to elevate their lives, my faith, my future self that I refuse to let down. That stack stands taller than any excuse opponent. When Body shut down the partner network, I had every excuse to just give up on building a business that provided the time freedom that I define as success. I was thinking to myself, good thing you got that degree, Erica. Now you can go back to a job in accounting or human resources, back to a desk, back to someone else's schedule, back to asking permission for time off, back to missing important moments with your babies, back to the safe road, back to what everyone said you should have stayed with in the first place. But I couldn't deny my calling. It was louder. I couldn't deny that really loud voice in my head that said, you were made to do more than enter payroll. You were supposed to be inspiring others to run after the life that makes them excited to wake up every day. You deserve to be excited to wake up to your own life every day. Health and wellness is your passion. Helping others is your passion. Helping others make big, impactful changes in their life is your passion. You can do something with this. You were equipped to do something with this. Show your kids how to fight for what they want, how to create a life that is successful by their definition of success. There's a woman watching you. I tell myself this one all the time. There's a woman watching you, wanting to see you win here in this space. Don't let her see you go backwards. Don't walk back into a job that only left your family with the rest of you, not the best of you. Stay open. Listen for what's next for you. Listen. Now that's quite a stack, isn't it? And that's things that I didn't share with anyone else. I didn't share with anyone else even the reasons to quit that were coming into my mind. And I didn't share with anyone else the stack of the reason to keep going, but I had it ready. And it came in handy because my life has taken an incredible turn for the better since Body eliminated their partner network. That's real life. That's stacking. That's how you win against excuses, against all of the reasons to quit, against adversity, because life gets real, right? Life gets real, real. And it's going to call out all of your biggest reasons to quit. It's going to test you. How bad do you want this thing? How hard are you willing to fight for it? Maybe one of your excuses is, I'm too busy. Well, guess what? That's exactly why you need to do this. If you're too busy to take care of yourself or your dreams, then you're too busy not to. And I have that conversation with people all the time that are like, Eric, I wish I could do what you do. I would love to join your team. It looks like so much fun. I love these products, but I just don't have time. And let me tell you something. That was me in 2019, in the fall of 2019. I actually used to work out in this sunroom and I would sit on that floor in the corner in front of me. If you're watching on TV, you can kind of see the room. I was sitting on that floor. I would wake up every morning at 4:30 to sit there and do the vital things to help me build my body business. I was having to wake up a little earlier than I normally would, right? A little bit before I was also going to push play on a workout and be a product of the product. And then I had to drive my kids to school. I had to drive to my job. That total was about an hour and a half of commuting. That's just to get us to work and school. And then I was leading an 8 hour, sometimes 9 hour day running a government department, a demanding job that sucked my soul. And then I was driving back to get the kids. If somebody had sports or something, you guys know how long those nights extend. I'm not home. I'm not able to come home and make a quick dinner or anything, right? Because I live so far away. So then it's an hour and a half back home between work and their school and my home, 3 hours in commuting a day. And that is why I started to build that body business, because I refuse to continue living a life like that. It was soul sucking. It was giving my family the rest of me. It was not at all. I don't care what they paid me. That was not my definition of success. So because I was busy, that's why I had to do it. So working out will give you more time in your day. I guarantee it. Maybe that's the thing you're putting off because you're too busy. Why is it going to give you more time in your day? Because you're going to be more focused and you're going to have more energy. And same goes for if you make better food choices. The thing you say, I don't have time to do, you're going to get more time in your day if you do it. It's less time running out for lunch, sitting in the fast food line, stopping somewhere on the way to work, all the things, right? And then on top of the fact that making better food choices is going to give you more energy and efficiency within your day, creating more time. Deciding to start building that side business, even when you say you have no time for it, is exactly the sacrifice that you need to make to create a future where you have more time. Maybe your excuse is, I'm tired. Okay, but quitting isn't going to give you more energy. Showing up will. You know this already. Humans are inspired by progress. I failed before. Maybe that's your excuse. I tried. I already failed at that. Good. That means that you're in the arena, right? Failure isn't a reason to quit. It's data. It's a reason to try smarter. You ripped the band-aid off. You learned. You can try again and you can do it better. Excuses aren't special. They're just really freaking loud. So you need to turn up the volume on your reasons. And that's why I say one why doesn't cut it anymore. And that's what grabbed me from that chapter this morning, especially one stagnant why. So I want you to grab your journal or your notes app on your phone, whatever you use, and I want you to write down or type in 10 reasons to keep going. 10. I don't want you to stop at 1. I don't want you to stop at 3. I want you to stack them. Okay. So that might look like asking yourself, who are you doing this for? What will change if you quit? What will change if you keep going? What do you want your future self to thank you for? Or it might look like the prompt that the Be the One book had me do this morning, which was state what you want and then state why you want it. And then when you finish with that why, ask another why does that why matter to you? And then why does that why matter to you? And then why does that why matter to you? Right? And you take it several layers deep. So I want you to write them down and keep them visible this week. Like I know in the notes app in your phone, you can actually pin it to the top of your notes. I do that with some morning prompts that I like. So that's an option too. So here's your challenge. Every time an excuse pops up this week, you're going to pull out that, right? You're going to pull out wherever you put it on your notes or if you wrote it down. Every time an excuse pops up this week, I want you to meet it with a reason out loud. All right. No joke. I want you to call yourself out. I actually want you to say it out loud. I don't care how you look to everyone else. You can laugh at yourself. So, for example, if the excuse says, I don't have time, then you're going to say, I'm building a life where I make time for what matters. I'm building a life where I make time for what matters. And I want you to say it as loud as I just did and with that kind of conviction and say it several times if you need to. And that's a really good one to put on a post-it on your mirror, and I may go do that. So stack it, outnumber it, outshout it. You don't need one perfect reason to keep going. You need a stack of them. And when the excuses rise up, and they will, you'll look at your stack and say, not today. Your future self is going to thank you for every single moment that you stacked one more reason higher than your excuses. I know myself today is thanking myself from October 2024 when I thought my business was just done. I was going back to that job, but I had all those excuses stacked. I had all those reasons stacked, right? And man, am I thankful that she did. So keep stacking, keep growing, keep showing up. And share this episode with a friend who needs a reminder that excuses don't get the last word. Reasons do. And as always, thank you for being here, my friends. Let's keep elevating together. Until next episode. E. Hey there, friends. I'm excited to share something that's been a game changer for my health and wellness journey. Like we have elevated, friends. Make Wellness Bioactive Precision Peptides. Now, if you're wondering, what are bioactive peptides? Let me break it down for you. These are the cutting edge supplements designed to support your body from the inside out. And we are the first company to introduce bioactive precision peptides to the market. They are totally sourced from nature, which is why they don't have to be injected acted like synthetic peptides. Because they are sourced from nature, they can survive in the digestive tract and work their magic. Seriously, it feels like magic. So whether you're looking to improve your energy, tackle your to-dos like a ninja with better focus, get better sleep, build more lean muscle mass, lose fat, promote radiant skin, or just feel your absolute best overall, then these peptides are going to help you level up. Here's the best part. Make Wellness takes the guesswork out of supplementation. Their formulas are backed by science and precision crafted to give you exactly what your body needs. No fluff, no fillers, just real results. Backed by billions of dollars in research and over 9 years in human clinical trials. And guess what? You can grab these life-enhancing peptides directly through me. To learn more or place an order, just head to the link in the show notes or to my Instagram channel, Peptides Restock, where I'm giving you the inside scoop on all the products, restocks, and the amazing testimonials coming in daily. I'll guide you through the options and help you choose what fits your goals best. Head over to my Instagram at Miss Erica Renee and click on that Peptides Restock channel. Let's elevate together with Make Wellness because you deserve to feel unstoppable. So don't wait. Reach out today and let's start this journey toward a stronger, healthier, elevated you.